Hey Shanannigans, it's Shanny from the Shanny and Anni channel. I got it right. Alright. So today I'm going to tell you guys about my coming out story. So I was in 6th grade when I found out that I actually like girls. I had the biggest crush on my best friend. And I mean, I knew from a very tender age that I wasn't like a regular girl, because all my friends at the time had like boys that they had crush on, and I didn't. I had a crush on a girl, and I knew that wasn't right because that's how I was being taught at church and from my parents. They were basically saying that homosexuality is not okay. It's hard growing up in the Caribbean being gay. Like, it's hard, to be honest. It's hard anywhere in the world, but I feel like it's a little bit harder in the Caribbean because people here in America, they tend to understand more, but in the Caribbean it's just like, nah, fuck that shit, you know. They would accept a lesbian versus they would accept the lesbian girl more versus a guy who's gay. But in my case, it was a little bit different because I didn't really have like life-threatening instances. Yeah, you might walk on the street and guys would be like, "You're a lesbian and you deserve to die" and stuff like that. Like, I've heard that before, but it wasn't because they've seen me in any they haven't seen me with a girl, but just by the way that I act, they would make statements like those. So I didn't really have any like life-threatening instances. But anyway, back to the story. I was in 6th grade and I knew that I have a crush on my best friend. So one day we were talking and I asked her, I said, "What would you do if I kissed you?" And she said, "I would slap the shit out of you because that's not right." And I felt bad because I'm like, damn, I like this girl, but how do I tell her I like her that way, you know? And it was one day she came over my house and we're chilling, and she decided to stay over. I was nervous as hell. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck am I gonna do? We're gonna be sleeping in the same bed. Like, I didn't know anything about like sex and shit like that. I didn't know anything about that stuff, but I used to hear about it. And then she stopped over my house and we kissed. I was nervous as hell, but it happened. And I was freaking out because I was like, holy shit, what did I do? How did I do this? You know, like, is she gonna be my friend still? Is she gonna tell my parents? You know, like what to do? Yeah, so we kissed and I was scared because I'm like, holy shit, the fuck I just did, yada yada yada. Then we separated. I went to high school and I was kind of weird because I wore like uniform to school. There had to be a skirt and a top, and I used to look really weird because mine was super long because I didn't want it to be short like the other girls, and I only walked with dudes. Like, all my friends were boys, so it was like 15 of us that walked together, and I was the only girl in that group. And they used to ask me like, why do you look at girls like that and stuff, but I didn't want to say, oh, it's because I like girls, because I was scared to death, you know. Like, I was just in high school, I didn't really know what to expect, yada yada yada. So one day my brother came up to me and said, hey, I need to talk to you. And I was like, what? And he pulled me aside and we talked, and he was like, hey, my friends think you're gay. Is it true? And I'm like, I don't even talk to your friends. Like, how would they say that about me, you know? And he's like, well, it's because the way you act and the way you look at them. And I'm like, what if I just like looking at people? I don't think I'm gay or whatever. So anyway, that passes, and at the same time we had like a storm that went to Jamaica, and my phone died. I think that was a year after. Yeah, because I was in what, 9th grade? No. Yeah, I was in 9th grade, so it was a year after that. And I fell in love with a girl from a different school. It was a girl that went to my school. We're in the same grade. It was her sister. And we fell in love. Like, don't ask me what that is, because I don't really... I can't even find that shit right. Like, back then. Yeah, but I really liked her. And we would meet up and, you know, we would, like, go to her house and we'd kiss and stuff like that. And it felt good, you know? Like, so we thought we were in love. And the storm came and we lost power. My phone died. I was talking to her during the storm when I had like signal and power and stuff. And then it all went down. My phone died. And I think it was a day after the storm, my sister was going to work and she worked at the bank. And I asked her to charge my phone. But then she charged my phone. Like, in my head, I'm like, all right, she gonna charge it, she gonna take it back to me. She ain't gonna like turn it on and go through it, you know, because it's like my personal thing. Little did I know she did that. She went in my phone and got like 30-something messages from my girlfriend at the time. And before the storm, we were talking dirty. Like, we were basically having phone sex. Like, I was telling her I want to eat her out and stuff like that. And my sister read all my messages, including the new ones that my girlfriend sent. Like, she was like, oh, I can't hear from you. What's going on? Are you okay? I'm really worried. Let me know if something is wrong so I can come see you, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, my sister came home and gave me my phone. My phone was on. And I was like, what the fuck? There's no message on here. Something is wrong. So I went into my messages and I saw that she had gone through my phone. So I heard her talking to my brother in his room. So I walk up to the door and I was listening, and I heard them talking about the stuff that she saw on my phone. So my brother was like, well, I guess we gotta like go talk to her and figure out what's going on. So I walked outside, and then my sister, my oldest sister, well, my second eldest sister and my third eldest sister and my brother came up to me, and they're like, hey, we need to talk to you. And I'm like, why? Like, stuff that we saw in your phone. And I'm like, first of all, you shouldn't have gone into my phone. Like, this is not acceptable, any at all, you know? And they're like, well, we need to know what's going on, blah, blah, blah. So I told them, I said, those texts are not mine. You know, those are my cousin. Because one of my cousins was using my phone, and we were really close. So I'll be texting girls for him. I'll basically pick up the chicks. All he had to do was fuck them. Because I was texting them all the time. And they thought it was him. Excuse me. So anyway, I played that off, and they thought it was the truth. But I felt bad because I couldn't admit that, yeah, that's who I am. And I felt like I was living a lie. You know, like, I'm lying to myself, I'm lying to them. But there's no way I could come out and be like, yeah, I'm gay. This is my girlfriend. She'd been texting me because I was only 14, you know, or 15. And I didn't know, like, how they would respond to it and what would have to happen, you know, because I was still in school. I didn't have anything. What if they said, hey, you got to leave the house or something like that, which I highly doubt they would have done. But you're young, and this was, like, just becoming a thing, you know. And anyway, that stage has passed, and they started to watch me more. My girl would come by, but it's like she had family living in the neighborhood that we were living at the time, and they would see me and her more, and she would be talking to me more, so they keep me more and more suspicious of that we're together, you know. And one day my mom came up to me and she was like, hey, I need to know what's going on, because I think my sister and my brother had gone to her and told her what they saw on my phone. So she came up to me one day and she was like, hey, I need to know what's going on, because someone at church told me that they've been seeing you and this girl every single weekend. You know, and I was like, fuck. So I told her, I said, no, I'm not gay. You know, I'm seeing someone, you know. So I had a best friend at school at the time. I won't say his name, but we planned on pretending on him to be my boyfriend. And it worked for 3 weeks. Then he came up to me one day and he was like, hey, I can't pretend to be your boyfriend anymore because I actually like you. And I'm like, bro, really? And I was like, no, I don't even like dudes like that. That's like the first time I've ever came out of my mouth as, no, I don't fuck guys, or no, I'm not into guys, I'm into girls. So I don't know who told him it was okay for him to like go to my parents and tell my parents that we were pretending to be boyfriend and girlfriend, you know? And shit hit the fan right there. There's only like a month left for me to go to college. After they found out everything, and his dumb ass fucked everything up. So my mom was like, I need to know, because if you don't tell me, you're not going to college. I'm like, alright, fuck. So I played off. I'm like, yeah, I'm not ready for it, but I just wanted you guys to know that I'm not gay. So I did that to cover it up, and they totally understand. And then I moved away to college, and I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. I don't care. I just start doing anything. I wear whatever I want to wear. I talk to any amount of girls I want to talk to. I was just doing it. I was doing it like it was the first time ever leaving home, which was the first time leaving home, like being away from my parents. So I had a different girl every night, just trying to find myself, not just because I wanted to be that person. I wanted to find myself and know that this is who I am. This is what I want, you know? And it went on, and people start going back and forth, telling them all kind of stuff, and they keep coming to me, yada, yada, yada. My lecturers asking me, and I'm like, yeah, this is who I am, you know? And then the same summer, my first year in college, that same summer, I went here in America. I was here, and I was on the J1 program, which allows international students to come here to work and stuff like that. I was here, and my mom called me one Thursday night, and she was like, hey, I really need some answers from you, because this is getting out of control, because I have people coming to my door saying this and that about you, and I want to know if it's right. At this point, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. If I can admit it right now and tell her who I am and not go back home, it's fine. At least I'm somewhere where it's acceptable, you know? And I told her, I said, yeah, I'm gay. That's just who I am. And she was like, well, as long as you cover it up and not throw it in our faces, we're fine with it. And as the day goes by, she tried to preach to me like, God said this, God said that, this and that, yada, yada, yada. I felt a little bit better about myself, because I felt like I wasn't lying to myself anymore that I didn't like girls. And I kind of feel okay letting them know who I am. Not in the sense of I'm afraid to say I'm a lesbian, but in the sense of I'm trying to protect their feelings while I'm trying to make myself more comfortable in letting them know who I am, you know? And it started getting better, you know. I started bringing girls over, but not like I couldn't hold their hands, or I couldn't say this is my girlfriend. I could say, yo, this is my friend, and you know, like, this is my friend, we're doing homework and stuff like that. She couldn't sleep over my house because my mom knew I was gay. She didn't want me to sleep with other girls in her house, you know what I'm saying? But as time got older, I turned 19, and I was in a full-blown relationship at 19. I was in a relationship with one girl for 3 years when I was 19, you know? And as I became older and older, I hit the point where I started to have to be lying to my parents to go see my girlfriend, you know? And she found out that I lied to her, and I spent a week at my girlfriend's house, and she wanted to know where I was, but I couldn't tell her that I was with my girlfriend. And it got really abusive at that point, because she started like beating the shit out of me just for me to tell her where I was. but I wasn't going to tell her where I was, you know? And that's one reason why I decided, like, yo, I can't be around them too much, you know? Like, I started living on campus, doing all that shit. And I think as the years go by, she started accepting it more, but I don't think she fully accepted it until I introduced Annika to my siblings and then let her know, hey, this is who I'm with and this is who I am. Even today, she's more acceptable with everything I say and do, because she would ask me, hey, how's Annika doing? And she would tell me, I hope you're treating her this way and that way and not like some dumbass dudes, you know? And it has gotten better, and I feel good about it because it makes me feel more, it makes me happy to know that my parents know who I'm with versus to, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life, you know? And we started making moves together. I'm with Annika. We got our first apartment together. We're happy together. I mean, we're doing big girl stuff, you know? We're working, we're putting everything together, and we're making it happen. We have ties together. It's not like we're just fucking around, you know? And I hope this is not the greatest coming out story. Mine is not as bad as other people is, but I hope I can help someone out there who's trying to come out their parents, or in my position, not in the sense of helping you to lie, but to kind of let you know that you're not the only person who is going through this or who has been through this. It's okay for you to feel that way, but not okay for you to lie about your situation, you know? It's okay for you to say, hey, I'm not this person, but deep down you know, at the end of the day, you're gonna be okay. It's not going to be this way for the rest of your life. Because honestly, I didn't thought I would be here right now making a video about this. Because this was in the back of my head. Having a YouTube channel with my girlfriend wasn't like, oh, this is going to happen. No, I had never ever dreamt about this. And here I am today doing this for you guys. Just to let you guys know, it's okay. It's okay to be in the closet. And one day you're going to get out the closet. But one day you're going to be fine. You're going to be right here. Or you're going to tell your partner about this story. Or somebody else, you're going to help them down the line to help them come out the closet. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and you will see Annika's side of how she came out to her family soon. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Please share this video or any one of our videos with your friends and family. Let us know that we're doing something to help you guys out there. Whatever you guys want to see, just comment down below this video or any one of our videos, and we will be more than happy to make that video for you guys. You guys have a good one. Peace!